Hello, everybody. It's Just in Case of American Newscape. Joining our friend and media personality, Jerry Maldonado, back for another installment of Meatball Therapy. Hello, Jerry. Welcome back.
Well, hello. Looking for drones, man. Good.
Drones. Well, they should fly out west where it's interesting, not back east where it's just cold.
Oh, hell, you guys will shoot them down out there, man. Up here, they're too busy looking at them and taking video. But out there, you guys would use cannons. You have the desert to play with that stuff.
Well, we could do that. I mean, we may try and commandeer them. We don't know. So, they just don't
Yeah,
fly.
let's do. Let's.
Somebody's at the end of a drone. I mean, somebody's at the end of that thing. Follow that thing.
I don't. We can go into all kinds of theories on, but to me, I just want to enjoy the day. I'm not even looking above. I haven't seen any up here though, so I got to admit, they've kind of stayed away from
New Haven?
stayed away from America's mentor.
New Haven. No interest in New Haven.
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't want to ruin the pizza, man. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. All right, Jerry. You wanted to, one thing we're known
Come on,
for, and you want to talk about it, is consistency. So consistency
yeah.
matters. What do I need to know about that?
Well, the thing is, I was out shopping today, and you can see all the happy faces in between the cart ramming that was going on at Walmart. And I'm saying to myself, why can't people be like this the other 364 days a year? And seeing my mom, I'm not digressing, I'm getting to my point. Seeing my mom having to go back in the hospital today and talking to my brother about that. I mean, the same scenarios are fitting in. What brings about all of this consistency? Why she's getting re-put in the hospital, and the fact of the matter is, and these people are so happy, it's their mindset. My mom constantly thinks about being sick all the time. It may sound irrelevant to some people, but in essence, if you go to her place, you're going to see medicines lined up everywhere, and her first mindset getting out of bed is the fact that she's always sick. Seeing the people today in Walmart, for example, they got smiles on their faces, they're running around, they're shopping. But the point is, what brings about, well, what can we do to bring about a better consistency in our life? And what got my attention to me many moons ago was the fact of the matter is the constant practice of good thoughts and gratitude. You'd be surprised how a season can change people's personality. They feel better and everything else. What if we can do that 24/7? Is my question. What if we can do that all day long? And the hardest thing for people to realize is the fact of the matter is, what are they constantly thinking about? Because from that constant thinking, you're creating emotion. And that energy in motion is creating, hence, your reality. It's a hard concept, but so simple for people to realize that if what they constantly focus on, what they constantly let their mind run with, they are going to bring about every day. And that's my question for everybody out there. What is your constant thought? And it's a repetitive, perhaps redundant topic, but it's so powerful for people to realize that it's a creation tool to either increase our life or decrease our life.
Oh, absolutely, Jerry. And, I do believe that we can be shepherds of our emotions. I mean, we can mold our
Great point.
emotions, and I think we should all strive for that. I mean, anger is debilitating. Depression is
Uh,
debilitating. Let's do what we can to avoid that. And, I hate to think of your mom bringing an illness on herself, but does she actually feel content when she gets put in the hospital? I mean, does that validate
and
her emotions and her feelings?
fantastic point. You know, when you get so used to something like that, You're right. It makes her feel better. That ambulance ride, knowing the fact that she's not alone.
Yeah,
She's always wanted her independence, but what I've realized now in their upper echelon of age, that independence has turned into fear. And a lot of people experience that every day. They fear being alone, they fear of losing everything. That constant thought, you can only manifest more of that in your life.
right.
And I
Absolutely.
wish people can. I was explaining that to Victoria, actually, before we got on. I said, you can master your alone time. You will never feel alone again. And by focusing on your purpose, what you want, what you desire, most importantly, what makes you happy, can only bring more of that. And seeing it, it's ironic because I think I mentioned to this before. When I was younger and I was helping her in the diner, when I was 13, working full time, helping her at her job, she always said, I can't wait to be home and do nothing.
Yeah,
And guess what? She got her wish, man. She literally can't do anything.
yeah, yeah.
So, whatever you're saying, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're being, which is most important every day, the whole you of who you are, you're going to manifest that in your life.
Well, I thoroughly believe that, and we all know people that get up in the morning angry, and angry before they even know what they're angry about. We all know people that get up in the morning and they're sad or depressed before they know what they're sad and depressed about. It can easily turn into a lifestyle.
Yeah,
Hypochondria can turn into a lifestyle.
you've always you always hit those points, man. You were right on the head with that one, and you're right. It becomes habitual,
Yeah.
which is great because you can switch it. You can switch that paradigm of thinking, but you have to be consistently doing it. This is the hardest thing for people because we have unlimited distractions around us. And I can honestly say, I mean, for me, I had to recondition what I was already conditioned to be. And that to me was the hardest part of this transformation journey. And I'm still doing it every day. I make sure I mean, do not leave the plan. You set up a plan for yourself, not necessarily of your outside world, but your inside world. Then your outside world is going to reciprocate. This is the reciprocity in action. And if people can grasp that and realize what they're thinking about, what they're feeling, they're actually manifesting, perhaps they'll change their mind on what's going on in their life. And it'll, believe me, it's done wonders for me. You have stated that many times on your show. The fact of the matter is of what you've learned over the years. I mean, from the go getter to just the be getter,
Yeah.
because what you're being is what you're bringing.
Well, that's that happened for happiness. I mean, for contentment, for living within myself. I mean, it's one thing to strive and strive and strive and strive at the sake of all others, but there's another thing to be content and happy with where you are.
Yeah, I mean, what we learned getting older, and Sylvester Stallone said it perfectly. He said, from up to 40, we're attaining things. Beyond 40, we're releasing things. And it's that amazing. I love the fact of growing older because you don't need as much because you start to realize how truly powerful you are. And you focus on only what you want to have, be, and do in life, not to just attaining and pursuing, but just being, because that's a starting point. That's a starting point of everything. And when people can understand that, they'll realize what they're bringing in their life. They won't approach life with this fear attitude. They'll approach life with an abundant attitude, a grateful attitude, an attitude of knowing that they're going to attract what they truly desire just because they're feeling it, they're being it, they're articulating it, and most importantly, they're acting the part.
Well, yeah, and learning to live the lifestyle. It.
Oh yeah, I
I,
mean,
I
go
wish
ahead.
there, I wish there was a magic pill, but it seems like most of the magic pills that are they're being handed out to people that are struggling with stuff come with their own baggage, so to speak. Their own, uh, you know, if you take a pill and it just puts you in a state of denial, I don't know if that helps you get where you want to go.
No, the quick fix. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My mom has everything lined up because one pill creates a side effect, another pill to create the side effect, and she's taking pills just to get rid of the side effects from the first side effect.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, absolutely.
they've gotten to the point where people think a pill is going to be their answer, but everything is within. I mean, the light within us. I mean, everything starts with us, and it's sad how most people lost the concept of how powerful they truly are just by the world around us telling us, don't worry, there's another pill we have for you. Or, I mean, inundated with medical commercials. I mean, I've never seen, it used to be infomercials. Remember
Yeah.
back in the 90s?
Ron
Now
Popeil.
it's,
Where is Ron
yeah,
Popeil? How dare him
wait,
die?
wait, there's more. And my
Yeah.
camera got out of here. But yeah, I mean, you get stuff like that. I mean, forget about it. I mean, it's inevitable that you're going to become what you're surrounding yourself with.
Well, I don't know, Jerry. I was a Ron Popeil fan. I used to enjoy the entertainment.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I ended up buying that stuff too, man. I mean, it worked. It definitely worked. Not like my camera, which kind of keeps moving around. But yeah, no, it definitely worked. But they were anchoring, which is a great point. They were anchoring into our conscious mind that you need this. You got to have this. And that's what they're doing now with the medical field. You need this. You got to have this. My brother, who's a nurse down in Florida, he runs a bunch of hospitals, and it's great because he gives me the physical perspective, and I give him the spiritual perspective in life. And we come to this happy medium, and we both agree that my mom is definitely conditioned to be sick.
Yeah, well,
You get to that point in life, you're conditioned to be something. You can be conditioned to feel successful 24/7. You can be conditioned to be happy all the time, no matter the circumstances. But it takes practice, repetition, just like the infomercials did, just like the commercials do. It's your choice in the matter to choose at will.
I was always thought a lot of my grandfather. Very proud of him when he was in his 90s because if you asked him how he was, he always answered, "Pretty fair, buddy." And that's what he
In his
aspired.
90s.
Yeah, that's what he
In his,
aspired to.
I mean, most people can't make it to their mid 50s. I mean, it just shows you what the world has come to. And it's up to our own self to make that choice. My daughter and I were talking before we came on. She just lost her best teacher in the whole world at my age, and I'm hitting the 58 something out there. And I said to myself, why? Why is this happening to so many people out there when within them they have the tool, the mental power tool to feel better? Therefore, they're going to create better in their life, but they have to condition themselves to do it every single day. And this is why I come on. This is why you come on, and we have these informative shows, not to preach, but to teach. And hopefully, people can grasp that. I
Well, and
do. Awesome.
it also helps us stay in tune with what we're trying to do for ourselves.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
it's
Indeed.
positive reinforcement. This is what we use for our own positive reinforcement and reminders to stay after it. But people watching this, we spark right to it. No scripts. It just
No.
flows out of our mouths because it's what we believe.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Early on in the 1900s, a lot of the buildings were falling down. They were saying, "What can we do to fix this?" They had a rebar, added some metal to strengthen it. I mean, we have to do that with our thoughts, not rebar. That would kind of hurt. But we have to understand, and by strengthening our thoughts, it's just a repetitious, consistent process of saying, being, and doing what you want to become, and it's going to manifest. And I didn't realize what I was doing many moons ago, and I wish you and I were in contact during that time. You would have seen a whole different person. Cheer, how you doing? I don't know, man. I haven't eaten in days. I just kept re-manifesting that every day, and until I changed that paradigm to to think better, it's only when I started to attract the opportunities, yeah, to buy some food, man. It was really that simple. I had to get out of the gutter of thinking to understand who I was as a person.
Well, absolutely. And, soup kitchens do exist. For those people that are struggling for food, take a few deep breaths and see what's available to you.
I mean, yeah, I learned dumpster diving. I learned all those things back then. And the soup kitchen food is not the delicacy of the world, man. You get a lot of moldy food in there. So if that isn't enough information to deter you from getting to that point in your life, don't starve your thinking because you're going to see it. The mental capacity is just, it's going to be painful. And a lot of people are doing that. They have this facade of beauty they think they have on the outside, but on the inside, they're a mental mess. I mean, go to the source. The source is our own power, our own mental ability, our own strength, and our beliefs and purpose in life. You get to that point, I mean, the world is your oyster, man.
Well, and I would encourage people if they think that the most important thing in their life is going to Starbucks, then they should better reassess their priorities.
Well, yeah, great point. I mean, but honestly, see, I don't have a problem with that. To me, if it makes you happy, I mean, I don't care if you make, if you pray to a watermelon, man. If it makes you happy, then that's you. It's your uniqueness.
Okay.
Everybody else is trying to conform like everybody else. They see a Starbucks commercial and they're all lined up to pay $10 for an 8-ounce glass of water with dark stuff in it. It's up to them. It doesn't bother me. But as long as you're happy with what you're doing, being, and having every day, and you commence that to the universe every day, and your inner thoughts and your convictions, I mean, you're just going to feel better. That's the whole point of all this, just to feel better. Because when you feel better inside, it's going to resonate and reciprocate on the outside. But you got to do it consistently.
Well,
That's a lot of syllables, man.
it is, and your compassion is resonating, Jerry. I mean, you actually have compassion for
Aw,
everybody.
are you feeling the love there, Meatball, or what? You're feeling the love. You're feeling
I'm feeling, I'm feeling, I'm, I'm feeling a little confused, but I will reassess, and I'll be okay.
I know you will. I know, but I get to share this tonight along with America's Newscape to my Facebook people. So much love to you guys as we're sharing a live show unscripted.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
how we roll, man. This is
Oh
how we
my gosh.
work, and you and I have the best time doing it. So it's a pleasure, man.
Well, welcome, America's Mentor Facebook fans, because you must be good people. Jerry says you are.
Once in a while. Once in a while. There's no derogatory comments, only when I open my big mouth, man. But they get to see a side of me that you and I have this kinship going on. What, 90 episodes of this show, and I have the best time doing it.
Well, I do too, Jerry, and and it's a purpose. I mean, we have a purpose in what we do, and we invite everybody to enjoy what we're trying to put out there.
Oh yeah, and with this, I get to share it with my audience and your sites as well. You got a lot of people. He's got a lot of people on his sites, man. Check out America's Newscape. I mean, seriously, all different topics. Even the liberals go on there too as well. I'm just.
Well, some of them
Oh,
do.
I did
So,
the political thing. We're up. We're in trouble now. Gotta get banned on YouTube.
no, I think we're good.
No.
We danced around the pills, and I think we're going to be all right, Jerry. And sending some love out to your mom. Let's hope she can find some energy to feel better as best she can. And why don't you give us a few final thoughts and suggestions of what we can do to enhance our consistency going forward?
Well, honestly, the best gift you can give yourself this holiday is to just be yourself the best way you can and put yourself in an environment that's conducive to where you want to go the best way you can. A lot of people, yeah, I know, I get it, the circumstances. I am blessed to have created the environment I've always wanted. And my prayer for all of you is I hope that you can create the environment that is conducive to where you want to go. And how I created it was consistently doing, having, being, and writing the person I've always wanted to become. And I'm watching the synchronicities in my life right now and the reciprocity of my thinking. that is creating all I've ever desired. And that's my wish for you.
Well, yeah, and I would encourage everybody to be honest with themselves in doing that, going through that process. But that being said, Jerry, thank you. And this has been Just In Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you Meatball Therapy. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links provided in this video is read more. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.